Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. I am a physical therapist that specializes in oncology and lymphedema, and on this channel I go through different strategies that you can use to help minimize your symptoms and maximize your life. And in this video I'm going to go through exercises for head and neck lymphedema. To manage lymphedema, it's really important to find different tools that work well for you to help keep your swelling and your edema at bay. Compression is almost always used for arm and leg lymphedema, but for head and neck lymphedema, it's a bit more challenging to wear compression during the day, both physically and socially. Manual lymph drainage, which is also a lymphatic massage, is another technique or tool that you can use to help manage your swelling. I made a video for head and neck lymphedema, manual lymph drainage, and I'll place a link down below and you can feel free to check that out. Another crucial component of lymphedema management is exercise. Your muscles act as a pump to the system, so when you activate your muscles it will squeeze in the area and that'll help stimulate the lymphatic vessel to get the fluid moving out. So any and all exercise is wonderful for your lymphedema. However, if we put the exercise in a specific sequence, we can help get the fluid moving specifically in the lymphatic system a little bit smoother and more effectively. Doing the exercise in the morning is the best for head and neck lymphedema because if you are laying flat all night, gravity was working against you and fluid is more likely to fill into the head and neck area. So I'm going to go through this routine and the sequence of exercises that you can move through. Feel free to follow along with me. So the first thing we always want to start with is our deep breaths. And so what you're going to do is you're going to place your hands on your abdomen or your belly and gently press inwards towards your belly. When you take a deep breath, I want you to feel your belly expand, pressing into your hand, but I want your hands to resist that movement. So you're holding in and take a breath, feel your belly move, and then push in gently as you release your breath. And I do about 2 or 3 more of those. So in and out. Another. And we'll do one more. Okay, and then next we want to do is our neck rotation. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn one way and then turn the other. You're just getting range of motion gently through your head and neck to get those lymphatic vessels moving and stimulated. After you do about 8 to 10 times of this exercise, then we're going to go to side bending. So we're going to go ear towards the shoulder. So go down one way, feel a little bit of a stretch, and then up, and then the other way. And again, about 8 to 10 times in each one. However, if you'd rather just do one side at a time, that's just fine. Sometimes I think it's easier to just do both at the same time and get your full range of motion throughout. Good. Okay, and then next what we're gonna do is look down and up. So we're gonna go down with your neck and back up. But what I want you to do is I don't want you to stick your chin outwards as you go down. I want you to make sure that you tuck and roll. So think about pinning your chin towards your chest first. So tuck down and then look down and then come back up. Tuck and then roll. And what you can do is you can go ahead and combine the next one, which is going to be looking up. Just make sure that you don't crank into your neck too far. So you tuck and roll down, and then when you come up, you can gently look up until you feel a light stretch below your neck. So tuck and roll, and then gently come up. We'll keep going through those. Couple more times. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. Okay, good. If you end up feeling stretches anywhere, if you had radiation to the area, you might be able to hold some of these positions a little bit longer, and that's okay. You can kind of get a stretch while you're doing your exercises. So next what we're going to do is retraction, protraction as we call it, but you're basically going to think of like a turtle and you're going to stick your head outwards and then pull back. And stick straight out and then just pull straight back. If you have any pain during any of this, you just try to stop going as far or decrease your range of motion. And then B, if it still bothers you, then you can go ahead and just skip that motion. Good. Okay. Next, what we're gonna do is add in the shoulders. So just seated or standing, you're just gonna do shoulder rolls. So you bring your ears, or your shoulders up to your ears, up and around and down. About 8 to 10 times of big shoulder rolls, trying to get all the range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, and all the way around. And you can think about squeezing your shoulder blades back behind you as you come back and down. Nice and slow. It does not really matter what direction you go in, so you can shift halfway, you can just pick one, whatever feels good to you. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do scapular squeezes, or something like a rope. So we're gonna think about pinching our shoulder blades down and back and forward. So down and back and forward. A lot of your lymph nodes sit right above your clavicle or right above your collarbone. And so we're just trying to get this area mobilized and moving. A couple more times with that one. Good. Sometimes this feels good too if you have bad posture, or you're sitting a long period of time in a chair or on your phone or your iPad or your computer. This feels good anyways. Okay, and the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna take your hands and you're gonna place them behind your back if you can. If you don't have any shoulder pain, you're gonna just squeeze your shoulder blades back and a couple times stretch behind your back. This is a little bit more of a chest stretch than it is more of an exercise. We're trying to get your biceps and your chest stretched out. So squeeze back. My hands are saying clasp the whole time. I'm just arching back into it and then releasing my tension. Good. And then if you have swelling, not just down in your neck area, but also up into your face, we're gonna go through those face ones next. If you don't have any swelling up in the face, it's still good to stimulate that lymphatic system because it is called connected to your head and neck area. However, you can skip this part if you don't have a lot and you are trying to make it shorter. If you are gonna be stopping at this point, I would finish with your belly breaths, but otherwise we'll continue on with the face swelling. So the first one we're gonna do, we're gonna start from the bottom. So we're gonna start from the mouth. And so you're gonna just open up the mouth really wide and then close. And when you close, I want you almost to pinch and squeeze your lips together. So you're pressing your lips down. So open all the way up and then close and squeeze your lips together. We call this lip press and then jaw expansion. So all the way open and then close and squeeze your lips. You have a lot of lymph nodes around your head and neck area, on your face, and so we're just stimulating by stretching and then closing with compression and pressing to get that muscle activated so they can act as that muscle pump. You can also do side to side with your jaw. So rotate one, rotate the other, back and forth. Again, if you have a radiation and one side is more affected, you can focus and hold the position that you feel is more of a stretch. You're just trying to get as much range of motion as possible through that jaw, through that mouth area. Okay, and the next one we're gonna do is look into the eyes. So you're just going to close the eyes shut and forcefully shut them and then open really wide. So you squint and look down and squeeze your eyes shut and then open really wide, almost like you're surprised or exacerbated that face position, and then close all the way, squeeze, and then open really wide, and then squeeze really tight, and back and forth a few more times. You can add the mouth with that too, and squeeze the mouth and the lips at the same time, and you're just trying to get all of your face muscles to pump and to turn on. And so 8 to 10 times of each of those, or again, if you only see it down around your mouth, you can skip the eyes, but whatever you want to add, the more muscle activation, the more movement in your face, the better. And the only way to do or activate muscles in your face is to make different expressions. And so again, you can go back to almost focusing on the lips. You can pull the lips in, rather than just press. And that can be a helpful one too if you are a little bit more around the mouth. So play with it a little bit, find where you can feel the muscles activate around the area that you have swelling. So that's it, that's your exercise routine for head and neck lymphedema. Again, I would encourage you to do this in the morning, but it's not wrong to do it in the later day if needed. I also encourage you to use your head and neck in the ways that you can. Try not to compensate by using your whole body to turn, but rather allow your neck to move, allow your head to rotate, so you can allow your muscles to pump fully and get activations during the day for your lymphatic system. Please subscribe to follow along for more videos for management of your lymphedema. If you have any other topics that you'd like to see covered, feel free to comment those below. Thanks everyone.